Utilities, Republic Services. I don't like how we dropped all the way down to the 100% mark, this over here, of the long-term trend. However, I am glad, if we're gonna do it, I'd rather we do it quick and get it over with. And I do like how we basically touched there and then found our way above the zero mark on the extension and above our shorter term 100% mark. Well, of this extension. Let's go back just a little bit so you see what I'm talking about. So we have a couple different extensions. So this extension from here to here to here, right? We're above that. From the much larger, much longer one. Well, no, that's that one right there. This one right here is from here to here to here, right? Now this one, the 50% mark is up here, but the 0% mark is down here. So we're above the 100, and the 0. The 1-2 or the 1618, which is of the much larger from back in the beginning of the year. Um, I like this. I'm not. I mean, I like trash for long term, very long term play. Ooh, look at this. Here's another big thing, right? Here's another. Well, I mean, it's not huge. It's about twice as much. It's about twice as much trading volume on Friday than usual. So let's keep that in mind. People buying or selling. Last big volume pike we had right here, and then we kept continuing to go higher. Uh, Volume spike over here, and then I mean it was a dud for a few months, and then another volume spike got us onto our nice little run. Now this is the biggest volume spike out of all of them, at least over the last few months. So it's very interesting to see what happens here. Could be some profit taking, or it could be a reload. Uh, so we'll just have to see. As long as we stay above these 100% marks and the zero line, I am a buyer. Looking for the breakout of the 126.25. So basically the 126.75 to 127.64. American Water, kind of disappointing. Um, But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we stopped out at the 100%. I mean, we were trying to go to the 127 extension, but got stopped out 4 points early. And since that point in time, while the market has just gone bonkers and it's gone, September drop, this has stayed relatively strong. We're almost holding the 786. We're 16 points away, or 16 cents, excuse me. I'm still a buyer of American Water. Just be careful if you're trading options. Be careful because you get destroyed on time value. But I don't see any problem with American Water as long as we can hold our 178.20. Well, we're below it right now, but you get what I'm saying. If we can hold above like our last little pop right here, or drop, would be the 174.44. So next target on the downside would be 174.44 down to 172.93. But again, as long as we hold above the 169.22, we are still in a bull market. Idaho Corp. Okay. As long as we can stay above this 100 mark, I mean, let's see. We had our last struggle was basically July 16th, around this mark. If we can, I like how we popped, and then on Friday, while the whole world was basically ending, Idaho Corp held pretty strong. So kind of showing me that it's kind of doing its own little thing. This upcoming week, if we can maintain this 102.97, so eye it, because it could happen quite fast, and we could go up to the 105 and then back to the 10, a little bit higher, and then on back off to the races. But on a downside target, if we have because the market's just puking, would be our July 14th area, which would be the 99.16, 98.49 area. But if, like I said, if we can maintain this 102.97, then this could be the perfect buying opportunity to go for the longer. Again, look at the volume. For some reason, the volume is extremely powerful here. Not quite as much over here because there's barely any shares that this trades anyways. However, right here we are almost 4 or 5 times normal trading volume. So just keep that in mind. AES. Really, as long as we're below this trend line, then we're still in the negative. But you'll see we're way far away. That's 26. We're only at 24, so we're $2 away from that trend line. This little kind of, I don't know what's going on over here. We're kind of breaking it. I don't know what that is. Looks like I was trying to draw one of these lines. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I was trying to draw. Let me get rid of this because that can be confusing. Yeah, as long as I mean, that's our support, kind of resistance support area, line in the sand right here. We hit this big, or hit the 0% perfectly. If we can maintain the 24.39, then I actually think that we might start going higher, right? We just hit the resistance right here. That's the 0% mark. But if we can get above that, all right, above the 24.83, then that puts us back into our range of the extension. But anything below that, we're kind of nasty. But we did break out of the September 3rd high, and like I said, as long as we can kind of maintain this 24.38, I'm a buyer. But if not, then look for us to transition down to the 23.56 relatively quickly. Sonova. Now we're doing much better than we were back in May when we're $10 higher. So I mean that's actually really nice. It's a decent boost, honestly. We are almost, well, no, not really, because we've been back above and below since June. However, it just feels like we're getting stronger, right? It feels like we want to hold the 35.48. And if we can hold the 35.48, again, I'm a buyer. I've been saying this for quite some time. But we hold it and then we give it back up. We hold it and then we give it back up. We hold it and then we give it back up. But the one thing that I am saying, I know this sounds crazy, is we're kind of making new highs, right? Right? Not really, because this was a lower low, but it just feels this time like we want to break out, but just be careful if we don't, where we could be heading down to 30.24 relatively quickly. BEP, Brookfield Renewable Partners. I kind of like the motion, right? But we got to get above this teal line and hold the 38, or basically the 39. If we can hold 39, then I'm a buyer. But other than that, looks like we might roll back over to 38.51. But if we can, like I said, if we can hold the 39, then look for us to kind of transition up to the 39.64. Middlesex water, yeah, kind of ugly. 103.78 would be downside target. Try to find a little pop right there. We've had 5 straight nasty days. On last Friday or last Monday, we're at 114. Basically lost 9 points, 9 straight days. Took everybody out starting from the 107 region, or no, excuse me, what date? The 827. Do we have any volume spikes in this? No, we're pretty much at 500,000 shares. Um, our last volume spike over here was in July. I don't see nothing too scary with this stock, but I do see some more support coming in at the 103.78. DTE, another one with a massive, well, let's see how massive. Yeah, basically about 3 times the normal volume was traded on Friday. This was a dividend X day, so that's kind of makes sense why we would drop. Not all the way, not that much, and having huge volume. This is not a good sign for DTE. I would. It's not a good sign at all. However, let's go like this. So, besides all this noise up here, since we're back into this range, so I wanted to kind of give us a better look of the traders from here to here. So, or from June 30th to June 9th, or June 9th to June 30th. And we just crossed the 50%, kind of blew right past it. Let me see. I wonder. Yeah, this looks like the best one to play with. Target would be 113.23. See if we can get a little pop right there. If not, then look for at 112.44, around the same place that this had a nice little pop. Let's just draw a teal line to help everybody kind of see. You see, we had some support over here. Support again. I really don't like the strength how we sold off on Friday. So look for the maybe a small pop at 112 depending on the market. If not, kind of look for it to transition down to 109. Duke is coming. I mean, we hit our teal line. If we can hold the teal line, I would have liked for us to, maintain the 103 area. However, the market just like we've discussed multiple times before, has been kind of just kerploop. Volume, nothing to. I mean, it was above average, but it's not that we had in May was larger. Um, Again, I would say if we hold this teal line, we're good. But if the market kind of crashes like what it's been doing, then I would say look for the 98 to 97 area. Yeah, and let's draw. This is difficult to have to do. Yeah, so if we continue down, our target would be first target 97.57, second target 95. NRG is another one which is falling out of bed. Not a very large volume spike. Volume spike, yes, but not the largest. Um, we're below the beginning of this upward trend. Mind you, it was only what 6-day trend. We can get rid of this. And let's bring it down to here. Okay, so this gives us a little bit better example. We are from July to August, about a month. We are breaking the 50%, so we are basically turning into a negative trend opposed to a positive trend. I would, I would have liked for us to hold or at least maintain the 50%, the 42.29. But since it did not, next target would be in the 41.39, 41.05 region right here. Now, if we can hold, if we get above the 42.29, next target would be kind of at the bottom of right here around the 43.37.